So if you go to the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in D.C., if you have a chance, you will find a wall with the names of everyone who has lost lives in service to their country in that fight. Now there's a traveling exhibit, though, with photos of Vietnam veterans from Wisconsin. And News 3 This Morning reporter Checkol joins us live this morning with more on how you may want to check this out today. Eden, good morning.
Hi, Danica. Good morning. Yeah, we're standing outside of the state capitol, and this is where the traveling exhibit currently is. It's called Wisconsin Remembers, a Face for Every Name. And this morning I'm joined by Jeffrey Potter. He's from Wisconsin Public Radio and played a very important role in putting all of this together. So good morning. Thank you for being here.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
I was just asking you this earlier. You've got 1,161 photos.
Yeah.
Did that sound overwhelming when you guys were trying to gather all these pictures?
It was a significant number. We were really concerned about whether we could find them all, but this, we can only take so much credit for it. This was really a great project that the whole state of Wisconsin participated in.
And how did this come about?
So we heard about it through the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund in Washington, D.C., the folks behind the wall. This is a national effort to try to put a face to every name on the wall. And in Wisconsin, there was a teacher named Bryce Kelly up in Medford who had taken a teacher's workshop and heard about this project and thought, oh, I should try to bring that back to my classroom. So he started this about 8 years ago, and we got connected with Bryce, and we thought, as a radio station, this is something we could do. We could put this on the air as a statewide network and ask our listeners to help out. And it's just been an amazing effort over the last 4 or 5 years that we've been involved. And we've seen students and family members, veterans themselves, a library up in Brown County, folks there just got really involved, went into yearbooks, talked to folks that they knew, and just everybody contributed to help us find all these photos in record time.
So all these names are already listed on the wall there in D.C., but what element do you think the photos add? What more do the photos add to this?
So Jan Scruggs, the founder of the wall in D.C., he had said that really the reason he wanted to put a face to every name is that he didn't want people to forget the lives behind it. If we just looked at the wall as carvings in stone, we would forget the people who had sacrificed their lives for their country. And so putting that photo there is what he really felt was important, that we'd look into those eyes and we'd see the person behind them, the hopes, the dreams, the potential that was lost.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. We will meet up again with you at around 6:15. I do appreciate it. For those of you guys who want to check out this exhibit, it will be here at the Capitol until Monday, November 14th. There are many things going on today in honor of Veterans Day. Later on today at 8 o'clock on Bascom Hill, they will be reading the names of servicemen and women who have lost their lives in the line of duty. And that's going to go on until 5 today. Back to you, Danica.
Eden, thank you so much. It's important to take a little bit of time today to thank someone who has served. So Veterans Day is a day to honor those who put their lives on the line for our country. A traveling exhibit is doing just that by displaying the photos of Vietnam veterans who passed away, died while serving. News 3 This Morning reporter Checkol has more. She's outside of the Capitol where that exhibit is being showcased for this Veterans Day. Eden, good morning.
Hi, Danica. Good morning. Well, it took 8 years to gather 1,161 photos of Wisconsinites who are featured in the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in D.C. This morning, I'm joined by Jeffrey Potter from the Wisconsin Public Radio. Thank you for being here.
Happy to be here, and I just want to say thanks to all our veterans and their families on this Veterans Day, and thanks for giving me some time.
Yes, thank you. So 8 years, that's a long time. Were there any challenges in gathering these photos?
Yeah, this was really a crowdsourced effort. As a radio station, we were able to use our airwaves to reach out and ask Wisconsinites to help us find these photos. There are 71 of our 72 counties are represented here where men lost their lives in the war. And people, they went to their high school yearbooks, they talked to their friends, and went to the historic societies to help us find all these photos, but some were harder to find than others. Milwaukee is the largest city in the state, had the most number of veterans on the wall, more than 200. And because people move around, we had some real investigative work to do. So we had some great partnerships in the Wisconsin Newspaper Association. We had some great partnerships with some journalism students and others that helped find those harder to find photos.
Now, what do you think something like this means for, family members of those veterans, to people here in the community when they come out to see these photos?
I think what's important about having the photos is that you see the person behind the lost life. And Jan Scruggs, the man who created the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall in Washington, D.C., says the wall is really a memorial to lost potential, not just to lost life. And I think that when you see these faces, you see these men, you think about, the people they were connected to back here, but also what would have happened if they'd come back. What would they be doing right now? The kids they would have raised, the jobs, the businesses they would have created. And I think that's what's really important about a project like this, is that we just never forget the sacrifice that they made.
And we're out of time a little bit, but I want you to quickly mention, where can people get this exhibit? How can they showcase it if they want to?
That's right. So there's 3 copies of this exhibit through the Wisconsin Veterans Museum, and they can go to wpr.org/veterans to find more information about how to host it in their community.
Very cool. Thank you so much for telling us more about this. For those of you guys who want to check out this traveling exhibit here it's at the Capitol until Monday, November 14th. It's free. Just come on by and pay tribute to all the people who have, really put their lives on the line for our freedom. And Danica, there's also another event going on, actually right across from us at the Wisconsin Veterans Museum. At 10:45 today, students will be handing out cards to local veterans. Again, that's today at 10:45. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you to everyone who has, again, put their lives on the line for our freedom. Back to you.
And Eden, thank you for your reporting this morning. Thank you so much.